We have some good news to go over, we have some bad news to go over, but in general, we're going to be giving you guys the scoop of what is going on with AMC for the day, what we expect for the rest of the week, the short interest, the Stocko tracker, the technical analysis, what is going on in the world. So let's get into this video, guys. Hit that like button for me, consider subscribing to the channel, as well as checking out the links down below in the descriptions to get free stock. So for the day, AMC was down 2.02% and after hours down 0.2%. Not a big move to the downside, but still a move to the downside. The markets did phenomenally well. Travel stocks, they didn't do nearly as well as the broad market in general, with the Dow up about 0.68%, S&P up 1.32%, and the Nasdaq up 1.88%. Russell 2000, though, the small caps just keep getting destroyed. On yesterday or Friday, we dropped over almost 4% with the Russell 2000. We dropped 0.28% yet again today. So it's not just AMC in particular that is doing bad. It's the Russell 2000 is just getting beat up. Now, we did get some good news today, and this is the good news. Biden says he doesn't expect more travel restrictions or lockdowns as COVID Omicron variant spreads. And he leaves it in the verbiage that he doesn't expect more, that he doesn't say it's not going to happen, he doesn't expect any more. So that's the key word. Things could develop more, but from the data that we are getting, this is not worse than the Delta or the first round of COVID that we did see. So that is a big green flag for us. We can, I wouldn't say go balls to the wall and calls or anything like that, but we can rest assured that at least we shouldn't see any 2020 type drops, 20, 30, 40% because of lockdowns coming in the near term future. Obviously, like I said, that could change at a relatively short notice, and we'll keep you guys up to date with that. But for now, it looks like AMC is just being beaten down by more shorts that are entering in positions today. And I do think they are trying to drive this down to about that $35 level. So that is going to be very important to watch. That was my basically price prediction for this week, was that we would hit that $35 support, bounce back up to the $37, $40 range. If we do get, some kind of good news or buying power that comes back into the stock, we could retest that $45 level. That right now would be a big move, about $11 move from where we're currently at. So I wouldn't expect that, but it could happen regardless. Now, as far as that, the three main things for technical analysis to be made aware about, the only three things that matter is going to be the moving averages, the support, the resistance, and the volume. So let's take a look at what happened with the volume today. And take a look at this. We got to go to the daily candlestick chart, and we can see that the volume was slightly higher than Friday at about 23.8 million. So the fact that the volume was higher does suggest that there was more shorting that did happen. And even on Friday, we dropped 3.24%. So kind of in line with what we are seeing as far as the volume and the percentage down or up days we see on any given day. This is telling you guys, people are holding on to their shares. If you see big down days and 2%, it's not a big down day, but we've still shed about 5.5% over the past two trading days. That's just showing you guys that with low volume, shorts can make a big impact, but it goes to the positive as well. Once we see buying power come into the stock, you will see that equivalent move to the upside. So it's only a matter of time. I wouldn't get discouraged or anything like that. I know people are, and I know people are getting fed up with this situation at the current moment. But just know, everything that is worthwhile, you have to wait for. And that's the thing. If you can't live with yourself, if you can't take the stress or the pressure of being in this stock, maybe diversify. Maybe try with your new money buying other stocks. People already think you shouldn't buy AMC, that you should just hold the stock. So go out and buy other stocks if you're that worried about it. I'm personally not. I am loading up on AMC at the current moment, making trades here and there, but AMC is definitely taking a majority of my capital at the current moment. And like I said, as far as the resistance and support, 35 for the support and 45 for the resistance. So we are just in this range. And as far as the moving averages, the 50-day and the 100-day, we're sitting at about $39.30 per share. So this will be a little bit of resistance. If we can break out past that, that should turn into another smaller level of support. And the 200-day moving average, that's the main one that if we do, for whatever reason, break under 35, that's where you're going to see support, and that is at $30.79 per share. Now, I do expect a rebound coming tomorrow because we have fallen 5.5% over the last 2 trading days. Naturally, you're going to see people buying the dip, but this also could be happening because people are holding the stock and not buying the stock. That is not good for the movement. So it goes just like that. And that's what I said in other videos as well. It may just work like that, that if you stop buying the stock's going to go down. So it's really a consequence of people's actions that we are doing this as well. And obviously the shorts are playing a role in that. But even, 1 million people or 500,000 people that believe this theory on not buying the stock is going to take away buying power, and you're not going to be able to see that rally. So do what you guys want. Buy the stock, hold the stock, sell the stock, do whatever you guys want to do. I'm just letting you guys know what is happening at the current moment. Now, as far as the actual option chain, let's take a look at that. I got Lucid Motors pulled up because I was taking a look at that before this, but AMC, you guys can see it expiring this Friday, has thousands of contracts that are just out of the money. So if we see any level of really buying power coming into the stock, and we can see a move to the upside, if people start buying the stock and stop holding the stock, we're going to see a lot of contracts that go into the money with relatively, not very many days left until expiration. So you're going to see a lot of hedging happening, pretty fast, and we are seeing a lot of volume on the day. So a lot of people are placing bets that AMC is going to go higher. 22,500 for volume at the $40 strike. 12,500, 11,730, 8,500 for volume. And these contracts are all most of these are over $100, and all of these are over $50 in general. So a lot of money is piling into these calls that are just out of the money. So keep that in mind. Obviously, December 17th is a little bit different because we go to the 145 strike, and a lot of open interest is held at the 145 strike, and same thing for January. But if that buying power comes in, when it comes in, I should say, that's when you're going to see the move to the upside. Now, let's go over some of the news revolving around AMC. And we're seeing a lot of good news around Spider-Man and AMC collab for these NFTs. A lot of movie ticket websites, they shut down last night at midnight when people flooded to buy these tickets. People that project box offices, I went over this in the other video, so I'm not even going to bring it up. I'm just going to give you guys the quick wrap of this. People that try to figure out what a blockbuster film is going to produce, or what an expected blockbuster film is going to produce as far as revenue is concerned, they are guiding up their estimates. They are forecasting big revenue numbers for this movie, and that is going to be a solid catalyst that we are going to get right before the December 17th expiration date. So all in all, I do see a lot of bullish things on the horizon, and this is just a building block, this NFT situation, to continue to do bigger and better things with NFTs. NFTs are a whole new branch of commerce, a way to identify yourself online. I think a lot of people are going to catch on to that, and they're going to be more inclined to visit AMC theaters when these NFTs do come out, driving higher revenue sales, all of that shebang that goes with bringing people into theaters. That is good for a business. Now, as far as the Ortex data, you're looking at, like I said, 17.05% short interest. That was the last exchange reported short interest. Disregard the estimates that you guys are seeing, 15.83%. That is not true. You have to, and the only way to get a more accurate representation of what is going on, the settlement day was November 15th. We were at about $44.43 per share at the high end on November 15th, when the short interest was 17%. We have fallen $9 since then. So you have seen a lot of shorting that has happened to the stock since then. So I would imagine the short interest is in between 18.5% to 19%, or even higher than that by now. So 15.83% mathematically does not make a lot of sense at the current moment. Now, the share utilization is going down, so there is more shares available to be sold short, whereas obviously the free float out on loan doesn't mean too much because it's derived from the short interest of free float, or vice versa. You guys get what I'm trying to say there. So the short interest really in between 18 and even 20% on the higher end. That is where I would estimate the short interest really does lie. Now, as far as the Stocko tracker data, we are seeing 97,000 calls that are out of the money, 4,000 calls that are in the money expiring this Friday. So like I said, when we're looking at the option chain, you can see a price increase boost to the upside if we see people actually buying the stock. If you're somebody that is out there just holding the stock, then please do not complain when the stock does not go up. That's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you guys to buy or sell, but as these rumors started to spread, the price has been going down every single day since then. So that is definitely contributing to this move to the downside. As far as December 17th, 24,601 calls that are in the money, 247,000 calls that are out of the money. A lot of the open interest is held deep out of the money. A lot of it is held close to the money. So if we do see, people buying the stock, we see some level of outside buying pressure come into the stock, you're going to see more calls go into the money, and with this low volume, you're going to see a big move to the upside. January 21st, 2022, same thing here, 302,815 calls that are out of the money, 125,178 calls that are currently in the money. So I do expect a lot of volatility. I do expect big moves to the upside. The biggest thing to watch is going to be this Omicron variant situation, and to see if people stop holding their shares only and will actually start buying their shares yet again. Hopefully this rumor gets shut down, as every day since then we have seen the price of the stock going down. I don't think it's rocket science, but that's really what you guys need to know out of this video. Not too much else to say, but just expect to be in this range until we get that break to the downside under 35, or if we test that support like I think and then bounce back up, or to head above $45 per share. We've been in this range since late September, so almost 2 months now. No wonder why people are getting fed up and want to try new crazy measures like holding their shares, not buying anymore, to make the MOASS happen. That's not going to be the case. Eventually it will happen as long as people continue to buy the stock at an equal rate or greater than people are selling the stock. Because ultimately, some people are still going to sell the stock. If there's not enough buyers to come in and buy those shares that they're selling, that's where you see the stock going down. I'm not going to go as far as to say that is happening right now, but it could be a reason why we are going down even on these very green days in the overall markets. So keep all of this information in mind. Consider sharing this video, all that good stuff. If you guys want to, like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the links in the description for free stocks. But that is going to do it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one.